I'm Terry's younger brother, and I just wanted to thank everybody on behalf of the family and Terry for being here today. He would be humbled and pleased to see so many faces that he loved. Some of you traveled great distances, flights from Florida, California, long drives to be here. I know Terry's smiling down from heaven today and enjoying seeing everybody here. Just wanted to say a few words about what it was like to be Terry's younger brother, the only person on the earth who could say that. I had a unique front row seat to watch Terry's life and to see what he did best. He created and built so many things and solved problems, and he was such a blessing to so many people. Terry and I, of course, grew up together in a small bedroom, and we had twin beds, and we became very close, talking at night and a lot of great fellowship. And we were best friends and business partners. He was a mentor. He was the best man at my wedding, and just an all-around great brother. He was 8 years older than me, but he was always very inclusive. He, a lot of times when he would be, say, 17 or 18 years old, and he had this little 9 or 10-year-old brother that always wanted to tag on, and he would always include me in fishing trips and hunting trips and camping trips and trips to Lake Sam Rayburn and to Montana with Buzz Dutton one time, and it was just always great to feel included. And I think Terry included a lot of people in his life when he really didn't have to, but he just wanted to be inclusive. And going along that same thought is Terry had an impact on people's lives, whether it was a boss, a businessman, teacher, sound advice. It seemed like everybody always in our family and in our companies went to Terry for advice. His door was always open. And a lot of times, Terry was pretty frank. And you may not always like the advice he would give you, but you knew in your heart after you walked out that it was probably the best advice and the right advice. Terry also had an impact on people's life by what I call stealth giving. I can't tell you how many times over the years that people would come into his office with a crisis, late house payment, late car payment, medical problems. If he perceived it as a real, true problem, he would always take care of it and help the person in any way that he could. But he never boasted about it. Most people never knew about it. I only knew about it because I was his brother. But he's just been a blessing on so many people's lives. Of course, we're all going to miss him, his guidance, his wisdom, but he would want us to go forward and carry on in his footsteps. And his best legacy, I think, for all of us to do is to have an impact on other people's lives like he did. So in closing, I just have one final Terry story. We always know that he was always up at 6 o'clock in the morning and very creative and loved to build things. And we were in the process of building some log cabins out in East Texas over the last year and a half. And 1 week ago Thursday, he was basically on his deathbed. And I was sitting in the hospital room, and he sat up in his hospital bed and said, do you have those blueprints for the sprinkler system out at the cabins? And I said, yeah. And he said, get those out. I've got to start drawing where the sprinkler, and I want you to put the sprinklers here and the bubblers here. And it was such a touching moment to know that he was still pushing, still building, and he knew he wasn't getting out of the hospital. I mean, he was 3 or 4 days from dying, yet he was sitting there, and I got a picture of him in his bed, in his hospital bed, and he's drawing where to do the sprinklers. So it just shows that he never gave up, and he kept that zest for life. I know that he's probably already up in heaven right now talking to God about a log cabin in heaven. He's going to start building it pretty soon, and I guess when we hopefully all get there, we'll see it and enjoy it with him. So just at the end, I just want to thank each and every one of you again for attending, and I also want to thank the staff at Baylor Hospital, and a big thanks to Jennifer Wood and Faith Presby Hospice. If your family ever gets in a situation where they need hospice, the Faith Presby Hospice just took wonderful care of Terry, became our friends. I want to thank his caregiver at home, Bonnie Wilcox. I want to thank Pastor Neil for having his staff here on Saturday. They don't normally do funerals on Saturday, but Terry thought so much of Neil, and Neil is just a wonderful inspiration here at this church. And lastly, just wanted to say special kudos to Laura Gosser, Chris Finn, and Sue Finn for really helping take care of my brother these last few days, a few weeks. A lot of 15, 18 hours at the hospital, and I couldn't have done it without you guys, and we were a great team. So I just want to tell Terry, rest in peace, brother. You deserve it after a life well lived and a job well done.